Welcome back to Village in Motion this Thursday, October the 10th. And for this segment of the show today, I have in the studio with me Christine VandenDries, who is the Certified Home Care Administrator. And Christine, we're glad to have you with us.
Thank you so much.
And I understand you're going to be telling us about the expo coming up at the end of the month. Is that right?
It is. We are having a home care expo October 30th in Hunters Crossing Conference Center.
Okay.
It's a little different from what we normally do. We usually have that big forum, two sessions, morning and evening, stage with speakers. This time we decided to do something a little bit different and give everybody a chance to roam the place themselves and seek out the things that were important to them. I think that learning about all that we offer here is really important, and the forum has a ton of value. So we're doing that again, of course, in the spring. But this time, we've invited all of the healthcare business lines on campus to include Garden Ridge as well. So they are going to have representatives from assisted living, memory care, skilled and long-term care, as well as their programming departments. So people are going to get to learn a little bit more about what Garden Ridge really does. And then medical center's been invited, home health and home support obviously will be represented, our intermissions department, our fitness center, and they're actually going to be doing a feature on their balance class.
Oh, great.
I've asked them to do just a little mini session for everyone. And then things like Erickson Advantage, they're going to have a table. And then we've actually also sought out some of the on-campus support groups to let them represent themselves. So the hearing loss support group is going to be featured, as well as some representatives from the low vision. I think the gluten-free group is going to be there. I can't think of all of them off the top of my head, but there's a big list of who's going to be there. And then for anything that we felt like maybe we didn't have full representation yet on campus for different issues, we're going to have information from outside organizations that provide support. So Innova's Life with Cancer group is providing a lot of materials for us to give out. They're not going to have a representative there, but they are providing their full, calendar of services. I've got contacts with the American Diabetes Association. They're providing materials, the Alzheimer's Association, so that people have a chance to really see what's not only available here on campus, but available for everyone's needs in general. Because I think that a lot of times when you're ill or your loved one is ill, it's hard to get outside and look at these bulletin boards that we have and find the things that you need. So the hope is that everyone will stop at each table and pick up information that you might need in a couple years or a couple months. And then, of course, putting faces to names of all these people that run these different departments. So.
Very good. Well, that sounds like it's a total comprehensive overview of healthcare.
Yep, and self-paced. So you're not going to sit and listen to speakers. You're going to, walk the tables yourself and take what you need. We'll have some healthy refreshments, and because it's going to be right after lunchtime.
Or are you going to serve lunch?
We won't. It's going to be from, I believe, is it 1 to 3 or 1:30 to 3:30?
Okay.
Everyone did get a save the date in their cubbies in the last 2 weeks. And just real light, fruit and some hummus and crackers, since everyone will just have eaten.
We have to have some nibbling, so anyway.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So I think it's going to be a really good time and a really good opportunity to meet a lot of these people. And I'm excited, most about the balance class doing a feature and the programming department from Garden Ridge coming, because I think it's real easy to think about, long-term care or assisted living as a clinical thing, but knowing what they offer to, provide that day-to-day enrichment of someone's social life is huge. So I'm super excited that they're going to be featured.
I think that's really great because we really don't know that much. And even though they're right across the street.
Absolutely.
And easy to get to. We just don't go over there. We don't see all the things that go over there, go on.
And I think when you're visiting someone, if you have a neighbor or a friend that's over there even short term, you tend to try to avoid certain times because everyone's busy in different events, so you don't always get the opportunity to see what they do. I think that's going to be really, really nice. And we have a committee on campus that the staff participate in about the continuum of care, going from move-in all the way through Garden Ridge. And I think this kind of speaks to that too, because you're getting that full complement of things, from just needing the fitness center and medical center maybe when you first move in, all the way through Garden Ridge. So
that's tremendous. Very, very good.
It's going to be really exciting.
You've been here how long?
Oh, I think it's been almost 18 months now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gotten a lot accomplished.
Yeah, it's been great.
Good. And you are located?
We are in the terrace level of Forest View, across from the new fitness center,
right.
temporary fitness center, and very close to the new treasure chest.
Okay. So on the way to the treasure chest, they can stop in and see you if they need to, right?
Absolutely.
What does home care actually do?
So we do private duty care services with aides and occasionally nurses if there's something that the nurse can help with, like an injection or medication administration. And then we also do Medicare certified home health for more complex technical care in the home, with nurses and physical, occupational, and speech therapists. And that's paid for by Medicare or whatever insurance you have. The private duty side is private pay or long-term care insurance.
Okay. How many nurses do we have?
Ooh, in home health, we have 1, 2, 3, plus myself, plus the clinical manager. And then in home support, we have 5. 5.
Okay.
So, and we have an LPN, and then the rest are RNs, and then some of them are full time, some are part time. So, yeah.
What are the charges for both the home health and home care?
So home health is, your insurance company covers it. So there's sort of like a fee for assessment and visits, but nobody ever sees those because the insurance company takes care of it. Occasionally we'll get a referral where someone maybe still has private insurance for some reason. Maybe their spouse is still working. And occasionally they'll have a copay. Usually when that happens, we'll call the resident and say, hey, we ran your insurance. It's a 10% copay. Do you still want us? Most people usually say, no, find me somebody that's going to be totally free. And we do. We actually know exactly who to send them to. Home support, it just depends on how much care you need based on hours. So, if we recently went from a 1-hour minimum to a 2-hour minimum, and that is $29 an hour, I believe, right now.
So you're looking at $58
for 2 hours. And then, of course, the more hours you get, the lower the hourly rate drops. But we provide anywhere from 2 to 24 hours of care.
So if we need care, you're the place to come.
Absolutely. Our staff, we're licensed, bonded, insured. Our staff are all Green Spring staff, fully background checked and vetted through our HR department. So we encourage our residents to try us and use us first, because if there is a problem, you do have someone you can go to back you up and figure out what's going on. Also, our staff is coordinated with the medical center, so you have a direct flow of communication with your physician should you need something. And if you hire someone off Craigslist, you don't get that. You don't get that backup. And we want to make sure our residents are getting the best care, but also the safest, most responsible care.
Because we don't know if they're vetted or not.
Absolutely, you don't know what their background is, and if you want to know, you have to pay for a background check for that individual if you want to know what's in there. So.
Very good. Well, Christine, thank you so much for sharing all this information.
You're welcome.
And sharing about Expo. And it is when now?
October 30th.
Okay.
Hunters Crossing. I think it's 1 to 3.
1 to 3.
I believe.
Everybody needs to go out and enjoy and learn all kinds of things.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Thanks again.
Thank you.